A dear person is currently withdrawing. Maybe he contacted you and suddenly it's like it becomes tedious. Nothing is happening. Or he hasn't been in touch for a while. You feel something is there, but you can't pinpoint it. Maybe he doesn't open up to you, doesn't want to say anything, has strange behavior towards you in his communication. If there is no communication, yes, what exactly is going on? Why the withdrawal? And now let's take a look. We tap into the energy of the present, the most prominent energy, to see what it wants to tell you. Dear ones, we are in the collective. The sun cards are gender neutral, and a collective reading may not apply to everyone. And that is also very, very important, collective reading, that you don't take everything one-to-one, that you then say, okay, this didn't fit in the reading here, my situation. So the whole reading is not correct. No, as I said, collective. And yes, as I said, let's take a look here now. And a very warm and loving hello to each and every one of you. A very heartfelt love, a hug. Thank you for your being. Thank you for existing, dear ones. Thank you for your loyalty, and to everyone who is new here, thank you very much for that, and a warm welcome. So let's take a look at your loved ones. Why the withdrawal? What's going on? Why this strange, perhaps peculiar behavior? What's going on in your direction? And we have that question again from the collective. Thank you for that. And I've also read the other questions, and we'll address them all one by one, of course. So now let's see what's here going on. So we have the bottom of the deck. Okay. So it already looks very promising. We have right here the major arcana. And with the major arcana, it is also shown, yes, with justice, or rather justice is a major theme here. Justice is a major theme. But we already have the Wheel of Fortune, justice, yes. But here, fate is justice. Turn. Here is a change. Something is happening here. So there's quite a lot in motion, I would say. Yes, because something is here regarding the connection. It could also be a karmic connection for some, but something unresolved, meaning problems that are unresolved. They are quite current right now, and there's definitely a major issue involved. Come into harmony with the problems. There is something there, and as I said, a change, something has happened there. But here is also a topic, as I said, letting justice prevail, because something might have been unfair for him or her. So let's take a look. What else do we have here? Yes, so we have another major arcana. So it already looks quite promising. What's going on here? We have strength. And with strength, it's also like this. It costs a dear person quite a lot of energy in their current situation. There is something, yes, that is here, possibly also involved. It takes energy, but he also feels quite powerless right now. And for some people, maybe it's also a bit about the joy of life, which is being rebuilt, because I see movement involved here. Yes, so there we have a change. But it also has to do with a powerful phase. So what's happening here right now is costing your dear person a lot of energy. And there are problems. Solving the problems is a very big issue here. And I'm also very curious to see what else we will find out, what exactly the issue is. So, and now it's definitely about feelings. We have a lot of emotions involved here. So we can already say, okay, we also have this emotionally. Withdrawal, yes. Now it becomes very clear again regarding the question we asked, why is he withdrawing? Now we also have the withdrawal again. And it's like this, a person close to your heart is also in this self-reflection, this introspection. We have the reflection. And there is also the connection. We have it in your direction. The connection is also present. But right now it's like maybe a bit of a defiant phase, this leave me alone with blinders on, definitely. So there is this closing off, a very big issue because he doesn't want to open up, maybe because he wants to reveal something, because something is intensely occupying him. Something happened there. Oh, and now we will also take a look at what exactly happened. In any case, this is really very significant, this emotional aspect. It's about feelings here. So first of all, we have, well, as I said, we only have these cards here now, but I would say there's really a lot of emotion, feelings involved. Not necessarily something material, but we'll see. Oops. Why has he withdrawn here again? Why the retreat? Why this strange behavior, the change? Well, we also have a lot of feelings, so there's quite a bit going on with him. We definitely have this self-reflection present. Dear ones, you know that the thing. I mentioned earlier that one simply transforms it for oneself, regarding what this is about. Okay, so with the person of the heart, it might also be that we are just a little bit, as I see here. At first glance, it seems to connect a bit to yesterday's reading. Because for some, there is emotions come into play, a topic. And there is something here unpleasant involved because this also concerns another person. So that's why I mention it in connection with yesterday's reading, which also involves the third person here. We are also shown, and a third person does not necessarily mean it has to involve a permanent life partnership or relationship. It can also affect people in the environment, friends, family, who really have an influence here. And it is clearly shown again. So I have a person dear to my heart in retreat, but the retreat will not be maintained for long. I can already tell you that. Oops. Yes. A definite yes. Yes. I would say once again, these cleanup activities that I see. So something has happened here. I have this shock moment, this paralysis. I have from his situation. He is, as I said, in a relationship or interpersonal relationship, whether friendly or familial. I have him completely in this upheaval here. This seeing what has really been going on here, what is happening here. Because I have dear people here have been lied to. Things happen behind his back here. And there is this. The breach of trust is clearly shown to me. His trust was broken. That is what he wants to keep secret. This he doesn't want to open up because he was far too gullible. As I said, either his wife was such a quick-tempered person, as I like to call it, that existed here. Definitely a has, because we clearly have the separation included, so completely in it. And also the separation, whether it is about in a family, so a member or a family member, or friends or something like that, the separation, this distance, there will be this distancing from the person, from this situation. He himself is involved in the cleanup because he has quite a bit to tidy up here. We also have financial issues included here, but mainly I see him in the injury, in the disappointment regarding trust. And it really hit him, it struck him suddenly. And he doesn't want to say it, it's uncomfortable for him. He trusted wrongly, he was actually kept a bit naive. And that's how your loved one feels too. He is completely withdrawn. Regarding connections, it's like, wow, who did I actually trust here? What was even going on here? And it's like this, the connection to you is very important to him. He is in retreat, but right now at this crossroads, just deciding whether to go left or right. First, this retreat. First to heal himself. Also to go because the disappointment is really there. Because you mean a lot to him, and for your loved one, you truly are. This arrival, the satisfaction, there is also depth there. and something has deepened with your loved one, regardless of whether you are currently in contact or not. With your loved one, something has deeply deepened. And that is the closeness that is being shown, and also the stability that he wants to bring in. So, your loved one has feelings for you. And now it's just like this. From this friendship, much more has developed. Because real love has truly developed, right? This stability as well. And this consistency. It means making the decision for the loved one to take this path. As I said, the crossroads, but the path leads in your direction. To conclude this and completely clear things up, to leave it behind. But first, to also go back into this healing for oneself. As I said, I have him under a lot of pressure, the burden. For some, there are also old burdens that keep resurfacing. We're back to that topic again. The continuous heater, or also continuous heater, can also be friendly, letting oneself be dazzled. And it's like, no, I can't hold this anymore. As I said, this not wanting to say, this hiding. Maybe he trusted too much somewhere, or invested too much, helped too much. Maybe even financially supported someone, lent something because he simply trusted. But my trust is completely broken. This awakening, this sudden awakening. Wow, how was I just treated here? So then we have this point. And what will soon be added, also this deepening with you. Because your beloved feels that the depth, the connection to you, the love is stronger. Because now he is coming into this level of consciousness where he wants to stabilize it. And that he may have never really told you how much he loves you. Or if he told you, hey, we're just friends. Or it's fine. Let's just take it easy. Take it easy with the whole thing. Because I have that here in the lie. And I have him, as I said, completely here with his inner self. I have him lying sick. I have him exhausted. I have him lying powerless. And it's also like this. He is lacking. Quite a lot has been taken from him. He really lacks the joy of life, this optimism. But what I see here again in a positive light, the optimism to process the whole thing, to work through it and find the solution always for everything. Now to find a solution here as well. And his solution is for me to detach from all of this. So it will also show me that, as I said, his private environment is also involved. But as I said, collectively, you know, my dears. And there, his determination has been completely slowed down. Actually, I see him in retreat, this closed off withdrawal. I see him lying there thoughtfully. And there, hurt, but not by you. Hurt by other people, situations, experiences, events. I have the turning point, the change again here. As far as communication is concerned, this is now, you are now getting it. And this is a snapshot, no matter how many days, weeks, or whatever it is. This snapshot, yes, we might have a bit of a dry spell here right now, a bit of a lull, but I see the departure, the change, the transformation, and it is moving back into harmony. It will become harmonious. Again, maybe initially with friends, but I see very heartfelt messages, harmonious messages, loving ones here. And it is such that the connection goes completely to you, because the heart's touch is definitely with you. And it is such that if he always told you, well, such deep love or something, that's not it, and I can't decide, something like that, we are now completely in transformation, because that is already in the life for me again, in it. There is the change. As I said, he is now also reaching the point where he wants this firm, stable relationship with you. This change, as I said, here it might even be that your loved one has this contemplative thought of maybe moving in together with you, or this domestic aspect, because I see the domestic area very strongly here. So he wants this change towards stability and is completely clearing up what has always hurt and disturbed him. I have within me this sudden awakening of everything. And now he is like, phew, he just can't right now. Because his issues, as I said, financially for some, this being taken advantage of, being lied to, the disappointment. And now it has completely opened his eyes. And that is the point. Why there is a withdrawal from your beloved in the collective now. As I said, it has nothing to do with you. You did nothing wrong. This is very important because he sees you as a truly wonderful woman or man. It's just that he really wants to keep the secret because he doesn't want to disappoint you, hurt you, or cause you any worries. I mean, in the end, he is also hurting or disappointing you by not opening up to you. But from his perspective, I can still tell you, and his perspective is he wants to keep his worries this. It's also uncomfortable for him. There's a bit of embarrassment involved. And this discomfort so that you don't worry. And now he's so focused on always maintaining this lightness and everything being fine, I'm doing well and great, super fantastic. Just as I said, the blow came now, and what he's sorting out here, what he's processing here. And it completely goes into recovery, but again, in your direction, especially in communication. And if you see it like this, because some might always say or write, yes, there's always communication here, but nothing is happening. You always have this time window in your own hands, always very, very important. And you are always working there. Always work. It's all your subconscious. Your subconscious is very active. Above all, I always say this, I've said it often in the videos, or in meditation right after waking up, that's your subconscious in the theta phase or just before falling asleep. And that is very, very, very important. So always give your subconscious something positive at this time. That is very important. And always go to your self-concept for yourself. You are worth it. You are worth being loved. And here it is very clear, because clearly in communication, that's where you are. So you are already completely in it, because it's like this. He wants to give you happy news, something joyful. He wants to give you back this lightness. And I have the communication with warmth. And above all in love. So let's take a look at what else is being shown here. It goes a little further, but I have it in a positive way, lying here. And if we look there, we do have the swords, yes, but the 10 of swords also indicate that what your loved one is currently stuck in, which may have dragged on for quite some time and has now come to an explosion, we also have the sudden end. The sudden end that he resolves it, his situation, the resolution of his situation, complete cut end, this has nothing to do with you. To detach from what is here. So, whether it's a separation from another person, or the separation, this complete final withdrawal from people who are not good for him or her. And he also feels that he was deceived for a long time already, because I keep seeing it in repetition. And now it has opened his eyes. And even if it concerns another woman or another man in a relationship, the water heater, it has also completely opened his eyes. And there it is, phew. He's really tidying up now, sorting things out. The whole thing, but he also has to process it. And then with ease, in lightness, reconnect with you. So, and now back here again. As I said, it will be very sudden. It all happened quite quickly, quite suddenly, what had been dragging on for so long. And there we have, from this crisis, from this betrayal, we have betrayal here again. So it fits perfectly. And that will be broken off. And then he goes back into recovery and wants to find satisfaction for himself again. And this chapter will definitely be closed. Absolutely. Certain. So now we have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands. Absolutely great. We have here a person dear to the heart regain self-confidence. And this foresight where he always held back, has to do with you. There, what I told you earlier in this connection. And he knows, both of you, this is a healthy foundation for a happy relationship. Happy relationship, the connection, your foundation with each other, what has developed for me. He is in the process of changing to let go of that and to completely reform, to position himself. So change. So really absolutely top notch. And your loved one, even if he now has a bit of this ignorance, is reserved. He also comes completely into this security because he knows what he wants. Main theme, conclusion. This, his phase, what he has now recognized from others in his environment, will be completely ended here. So, absolutely wow. And dear ones, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching. And you always do the best out of your situation. And you always have your focus on yourself. You are the most important person in your life. And I wish it for you from the bottom of my heart. And I send you lots and lots of light and love. Goodbye, dear ones.